friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about being a freshman in college and my tips and tricks and how to just survive your freshman year. I am trying this new crazy thing where I plan my videos before I film them, so I'm not just winging it when I turn on the camera. So hopefully that makes this go a little smoother and I'm not just like spitballing while I'm here. So I've got all my notes together and we can jump right into it. I tried to figure out my mic again and it's still not quite working, so I'm gonna play around some more and maybe by the next video I'll have it figured out, but hang with me, I promise I'll figure something out. And let's jump into the video. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is something that like I struggled with a lot personally, and that's just being homesick. I know for me, I cried every single day for like 3 weeks, maybe even more. I know there are some people who aren't going to cry at all, who are just going to immediately, it's going to be great. For me, that wasn't the case, and I know for many people that's not the case. And just know it's totally okay to be homesick. It's totally normal. And even if your roommates aren't, or you feel like a weirdo because you're sitting there crying every day, it's totally normal. And as you have this school you're at start to feel more like home, that'll kind of go away a little bit and you'll start to feel better, and it won't be so hard being there alone, because you won't be alone anymore. You'll make friends, you'll have people, and it'll be much better. The next thing I want to talk about is eating. And I know when you get to college it can be kind of hard, and there's this whole thing about the freshman 15, which isn't necessarily true. You don't like automatically gain 15 pounds when you enter freshman year. It just depends on how you eat and when you eat and a bunch of different stuff. But one thing that really helps is, for me at least, is that I would have a lot of food like in the apartment sometimes, or not the apartment, I was in a dorm, in my dorm, and just things that I could just have myself, and that way it was a lot easier. I could manage what I was eating better. I knew it was going into it. It wasn't constantly eating things that other people were making. That's one thing. Another great reason to kind of just have your own food in the apartment is it gives you a lot more freedom. I know at least at my school there was a lot of restrictions on the hours that the food court was open. There wasn't that many options, so it just made it a lot easier to just have my own food when I could. But I know like also for me, there was no kitchen, there was no communal kitchen. I just had to make what I could with a fridge and a microwave, and that was it. So to the best of your ability, keep some stuff just in your dorm, and it'll make it a lot easier and maybe even healthier for you your freshman year. And on that same path is working out. I started working out a lot my freshman year. I didn't actually have a gym like nearby. It was pretty far away, so I didn't really like to go out to the gym, and I ended up getting in the habit of just working out in my dorm. And I still do that now. I work out 5 to 7 days a week, but more 7 than 5. And I just have a set of weights, just one pair, and I just do my own workout in my room. It makes it a lot easier. There's not as much pressure to like go out and be in a gym full of people, and I'm able to get a solid workout just by myself. And I found that if I'm just doing a workout in my room, it's a lot more likely that I'll do it, because I don't have to convince myself to get up, get dressed, fill my water bottle. Well, I have to do that anyway, but go to the gym, work out there, come back, shower. Like, it's all just in one place. It's very easy to say, okay, fine, I'll just work out really quick. So I definitely recommend doing that. And also when you're working out, you feel better, you can focus more on your work. It's just honestly been so great for me. So I definitely recommend like getting into a workout routine and figuring out what you want to do with working out. And then as far as classes go, go to class. I know that like it's hard and you don't want to all the time, but just go. It's literally makes your life so much easier. Don't just skip class to skip class. For your homework, try to find a place on campus that you feel really comfortable, that you can go and just get your work done and get it done really quickly and easily and focus. For some people that's going to be the library. For others there's a lawn that they like to sit in. For me, I sit in my bed. Always have, probably always will. I'm able to just focus and get my work done if I'm in my bed. Sometimes I'll sit at my desk, but usually my bed is the best place for me to just get all my work done. And make sure that you're writing out everything you have to do. In high school, a lot of times there's a little bit more like reminders of like assignments, And this doesn't necessarily mean that in college your teachers won't remind you of assignments, but not in the same way that in high school they did. And it just is really, really beneficial to have a planner or a list of all the stuff you have to get done, so that way you never have to worry about accidentally forgetting about something or not realizing something was due and then it's the last minute and you have to get it done. It just makes it a lot easier to have everything out in one place so you can't forget it. And I would also recommend understanding all the classes you're required to take. If you've already chosen your major, great. What does that major require of you? What classes are you required to take to graduate within that major? And just make sure that you're on track, that you have a plan for how you're going to accomplish that. And on the other side of things, if you haven't chosen your major, figure out what general education classes you need to take and start with those until you figure out your major. And you can work on just making sure you're on track with those until you do have a better idea of what you want your major to be. And I would also definitely recommend trying to find just a really steady, good way to manage your time. If you have trouble with that, try and look up different tips and tricks, and if you guys are interested in that, I could always do a video about time management. Let me know in the comments. And just try and find how you can manage your time better, because a lot of times there can be a lot of work in college, and if you don't know how to make your time work to fit everything in, you're going to be swamped with homework and it's just not going to be fun. So I would definitely try and work on time management. And the next thing I want to talk to you about is finding things around campus to do. Is there a certain restaurant nearby that you love, a bar, a escape room? I don't know, find different things around campus just to like do stuff. It'll help you feel so much more at home in your city if you can find different places around to go do and enjoy. And at the same time, also finding things on campus to do, like joining clubs or going to different events, or maybe you want to join a sorority or fraternity. Finding those kinds of things really helps with that homesickness that I talked about earlier, and makes you feel more at home in your new school, and you won't feel like you're alone and your family's so far away and you don't know what to do, and your friends that you grew up with and this and that. So definitely trying to find things on campus to do. And my last little tip, which might seem a little weird, but would definitely be to get a pair of headphones. You can get earphones, or I think even just a pair of like over-the-ear headphones is really, really beneficial. I think these were like $13 on Amazon, so you don't have to get anything crazy expensive. But having a pair of headphones like this, especially if you have roommates, which I know most people that are freshmen in college do, it's really nice to be able to, when you're in your dorm, just be able to put on headphones and block out everything and just focus on what you're doing, whether that's homework or just relaxing. If you want to just relax by yourself, it's nice to have something that you can just drown out other people with. Or I use them a lot because I went to sleep a lot earlier than my roommate, and I could put on like classical music or I don't know, just light music, put that on, and any noise in the dorm wouldn't bother me while I was trying to sleep. So those are going to be my tips and tricks for surviving freshman year. If you have any of your own tips, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what else you guys would like to see. I'm actually thinking about doing a video about my tips and tricks as a transfer student, because I am. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, and if you guys have any questions that I can incorporate into the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I post every Wednesday and Saturday. Bye!